Hey, Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling. So this Saturday, I'm going to be at IWE. Sunday, I'm going to be at GIPW. So I wanted to look at the sizzle reel for IWE for the show this Saturday. It's not very long, but that's perfect because this is a sizzle reel. What's a sizzle reel? So a sizzle reel in a movie trailer terms is basically the stuff that really gets you jazzed. It's kind of the most exciting, most interesting stuff, the kind of atmosphere that you want to create. This isn't about listing a bunch of matches. I know that there's those kind of previews, and I don't review those kind of previews generally because I'm not very interested in them. This is about um, catching people. You're talking about you want to hit them in the first 5 seconds of your video. So we're going to take a look at the sizzle reel from IWE for their show this Saturday, July 17th. Um, Easy peasy right off the bat, right? That's what the show centers on. Boom, who, what, where, when, why, right? Top level stuff. Highlight on Danny, highlight on their champions. Boom, hit you with the big poster with all the goodies on there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? The level of production, this is something that doesn't get talked about nearly enough. The level of production in wrestling groups in Georgia has gone up so much, either by the sheer look of it. This is one of those things that combines the two, right? It looks great from a production standpoint, the hard driving music and all of that. But more than that, there's a little bit of a story being told, even in the 37-second sizzle reel, and it hit all the high points. When you look at groups like Southern Honor, that are doing such great stuff production wise, but then you're looking at the places where maybe the film editing quality and all that stuff isn't quite on the level of IWE or Southern Honor. Um, but the storytelling's getting done, right? The stuff coming out of Anarchy, I think, is very effective. I think there's a number of smaller groups that are doing increasingly better and better jobs. And not just with flyers. Like flyers were a bugaboo a couple of years ago of mine and a lot of people's, right? Flyers just didn't look good. Now that's not really an issue. Now it's about these video clips, it's about these promos that the guys are putting out and women, and the kind of images that people are wanting to project. I think IWE did a really good job here. They really wanted to emphasize Danny as the champion, the cool big fight feel between O'Shea Edwards and Hammerstone. Now, do they have other stuff on the card? Yeah. Did they show it? Absolutely. Did we get little clips of the Ducklings and Owen Knight and David Ali? And these are just that was a first viewing for me, and those are the images that I'm walking away from, and that's great. But the who, what, where, when, and why that's going to be there in Augusta, that it's on July 17th. Bell at 6. Bell at 7. Doors open at 6. I mean, this is what you're trying to get across. So we're going to watch it one more time. Then I'm going to get this thing out here. Do I encourage other groups to do sizzle reels? Absolutely. I think it's essential. And it's one of those things that can be shared on Twitter, on your Facebook, and all of that. And it lets people know what the heck's going on. Because the two things that you see the most, right? People going, "Oh, I didn't even know you were going to have a show." Right? You have to dispel that notion right away because those are the people that are likely to come to your show. So you have to reach your own people, right? And you got to have these sizzle reels. The flyers are great and they're an important part, but advertising is about people seeing you three different ways in three different fashions, and that's when then they catch on. And so having a sizzle reel, I'm going to just say it, I think it's imperative in 2021 to have that sizzle reel. So I encourage even the groups, when you look at the attendance of groups, by the way, and like Mucha Lucha, they just drew over 1,000 again at an incredibly high ticket price, right? They have mastered reaching the folks that come to their show and then some. And they do it through a combination of the slickest looking flyers around, having video stuff, and video stuff pumped out constantly. IWE has really ramped their stuff up in the last 2 months. So I'm curious how that's going to translate to a bigger crowd. Um, Now, do I encourage everyone to do a sizzle reel? Absolutely. And if you're going to do one, this is a great template to follow. So let's look at it again. That's the name of the show, and that's the way it goes. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm looking forward to being at IWE on Saturday. The card is great, but more than that, I think this sizzle reel, um, the posters that they've been putting out, their regular presence on social media, um, I am curious and excited to see what that's going to translate to as far as people walking in that door and getting excited. Last show was their biggest crowd to date, I believe, and this one they're looking to do even more. So let's get it going.